This episode of the Demonic Compendium contains spoilers for the following games. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to a heavenly new episode of the Demonic Compendium, the show where I discuss the mythology, design, and game history of your favorite Megami Tensei demons. With both Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden out on modern consoles today, I wanted a big demon that covers both titles. So get ready to walk for 500 years and 500 more, because today we're talking about Sandalphon. Sandalphon is one of the highest archangels and is best known as the brother of Metatron. While Metatron is often seen as the voice of God who delivers God's messages to mortals, Sandalphon is sometimes seen as the opposite side of that, delivering the prayers of humanity unto the Almighty. In the same way that Metatron is said to be the angelic form of the prophet Enoch, so too is Sandalphon a former prophet turned angel, specifically Elijah, who defended worship of the Hebrew God in Israel in olden times. Despite being a prominent figure throughout religious folklore, Sandalphon doesn't really appear in scripture, but was well known in Rabbinic Judaism and early Christianity. One of the most notable aspects of this archangel is his incredible height, as it was believed that it would take a human being 500 years to walk the length of his body. You never really hear that about Metatron, so I guess we can rule out these two being identical twins. Sandalphon is often seen as a guiding force for poets and musicians, is described to be more feminine than his brother, and is responsible for determining the physical sex of a person before they're born. Sandalphon's compendium entry from Shin Megami Tensei 5 refers to him as the twin brother of Metatron. An influent angel in Jewish mythology, he governs the songs of heaven, and his colossal size has led many to believe that it would take a human being 500 years to reach his head. Design-wise, much like in the last section, it's kinda difficult to talk about Sandalphon without bringing up his more famous brother. Kaneko clearly modeled Sandalphon to complement the pre-existing Metatron design, which he described as intentionally mechanical, believing that they were specifically built to serve a purpose. I think he also joked about them being able to transform into jets or something, so given Kaneko's love of pop culture, it's possible that the Transformers were a big inspiration for these two. I do love that he made Sandalphon feel like an opposite to his brother. Where Metatron is silver, Sandalphon is typically gold, and vice versa. I'm not sure if this is an unpopular opinion in the Megaton community or not, but I truthfully prefer Sandalphon's design, in terms of colors and overall aesthetics. Outside of his initial design, the only other major depiction for Sandalphon was in the Demikid series, where he fits in with some of the other angels. As far as game history goes, there's a lot to go over with Sandalphon, but hopefully it won't take me 500 years. Let's start things off with the two games we're celebrating today, Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden. In both titles, Sandalphon is the ultimate persona of the Moon Arcana, and is unlocked for fusion by completing social links with Nozomi Suimitsu and Ai Ebihara, respectively. Those playing the female protagonist route in Persona 3 Portable will unlock Sandalphon by completing Shinjiro Aragaki's social link. In Persona 3, Sandalphon can only be created via a special fusion of Gur, Suzaku, Yatagarasu, Horus, and Garuda, so a lot of birds. And another note for those playing as the female protagonist is that Theodore, known for using Judeo-Christian personas, does use Sandalphon during his ultimate boss battle. Sandalphon retains his status as the ultimate persona of the Moon Arcana in Persona 5, where he'll be unlocked by completing Yuki Mishima's Confidant. In Persona 5 Royal, sending Sandalphon to the electric chair creates the Sword of Sinai, or a stronger version if it's done during a fusion alarm. This weapon is Yoshizawa's best melee weapon in the game. Ever since his first appearance in the original Devil Summoner, Sandalphon has had quite a few unique roles in this particular spin-off. Sandalphon appears in Devil Summoner, Raido Kuzunoha vs. the Soulless Army, as the highest level member of the Wind Order. In Devil Summoner 2, Raido Kuzunoha vs. King Abaddon, Sandalphon was dethroned by his brother, and a couple other demons, as the strongest Wind Order demon, but that doesn't mean he was left without purpose. For starters, King Abaddon is the only game where the two Archangel twins actually have a conversation with one another. It mostly involves them being happy to see each other, and Metatron talking about what a good boy Raido is. Aside from that, Sandalphon has conversations with 4 other demons in this game, notably Angel, Archangel, Dominion, and Throne. All 4 of these conversations are basically different versions of Sandalphon going, hey look, God says you're not going to win this fight, go away. And go away they most certainly do. And finally, during his test with Raido, Sandalphon is one of the demon partners of Garen Kuzunoha the 17th. Sandalphon made a recent appearance in Soul Hackers 2, where he appears as a Guardian Demon boss battle at the end of Arrow's 3rd sector in the Soul Matrix. After defeating him, Ringo unlocks him for fusion. Sandalphon was one of the new demons added to Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redux, where he can be found and unlocked for fusion in the Empyrean Descent. Much like the recently discussed Melchizedek, Sandalphon has a small role in Devil Children Firebook, where Jin fights a demon disguised as Sandalphon in Enoch's palace. Sandalphon has a minor role in Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker, where he is unlocked for fusion by reaching Fate Rank 3 with Myaku Hotsuin during the Triangulum arc. And you'll never guess who you unlock by reaching Fate Rank 5. It's not Metatron, it's Koryu. Sandalphon had a fairly large role in the mobile game Shin Megami Tensei Liberation D2, where he appeared as the primary antagonist in the special event One True Self. Sandalphon used a song in reference to his role as a patron saint of music to transform demons into angels. The event was notable for bringing Ose Halal and Floros Halal into the game. While Sandalphon hasn't had quite as much to do in the franchise as his twin brother, he does remain a festive, golden figure with plenty to offer these titles. And so there you have it, Sandalphon, the gentle, golden-gilded giant guider of God's graces. Did I leave out something you thought was important? Was I just plain wrong about something? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to let me know who you'd like to see me talk about in future episodes. That's going to do it for this episode of the Demonic Compendium, and I will see you next time. But be careful while you rest that a demon doesn't take over your body.